Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're going to play the most roguish, using the term not in the tribal sense, but in the classic Magic the Gathering deck choice sense, the most off-meta deck that got registered for the World Championships, a 16-player tournament taking place this weekend, and there's a watch party at my place on twitch.tv/covertgoblue, so come check it out. And this is a blue-white tempo deck played by Noriyuki Mori, and I don't think anybody saw this one coming, so it's exciting to get to share it with you here and see if it carries into best of one and if it's a player in best of one. But while you absorb the deck list and seep it into your pores here before we start the show, I want to thank all of you for the incredible response to the video I posted yesterday about how much money I make. In particular, 6,700 likes, thumbs ups, which is one of the highest numbers in the history of this channel. My takeaway from that, what that says to me, does it say that you like people being open and transparent on the internet about how much they earn? No, what I take away from that, being the self-centered, smug, punchable one in best of one, is that y'all aren't hitting the like button enough. And I'm really disappointed in you. I really am. I don't care if you're sick of Alrund's Epiphany. I don't care if you're sick of mono green. I don't care what the deck is. If you like me, and let's be real, you love me, right? You hit that like button. Every video. Like. Just hit the thumbs up. Do it. Right now. I'm not like those other YouTubers. I don't say like every single video, especially in the beginning when you haven't watched it yet. But some of you watch my stuff every day and you don't hit like. Just a little thumbs up. It's less work than subscribing. Anyway, now that you've absorbed the deck list and let me have my silly rants. The headband. I'm getting my haircut. Haircut reveal tomorrow, but that means I don't put all the gel in it before I go do that. So headband is keeping hair out of eyes for this video. I also wear it on Twitch all the time, so for some of you it's not even weird. But this deck, why is it the way that it is? What is it trying to do? It is trying to be a deck that can race the aggro decks using a lot of aerial support in the form of 4 copies of Spectral Adversary, the other side of Malevolent Hermit, Redain, Elite Spellbinder, Legion Angels, and even some birds from a 1 of Alrund's Epiphany, as well as 3 Cave of the Frost Dragon in the mana base. It's trying to be able to race those aggro decks where you don't have to remove their cards, you just have to Fading Hope them, bounce them back to hand, or maybe with a little lifelink blocker, hold on. Or it's trying to drop counters on the key turns of the control combo decks. It's trying to make sure that when they try to get up to 8 mana or to cast their Alrund's Epiphany, that you have a concerted defense ready to go, and that they just don't make it that far. It's kind of a fun inches over the finish line deck. I've played decks like this in the past. One of my favorites was a Magic Duels tournament long ago, where I registered a deck full of like 2/1 flyers, and all my opponents registered decks full of planeswalkers and sweepers. And the idea was you play just a couple of 2/1 flyers, you attack 4-5 times, and you counter 1 or 2 spells, and you win because the opponent was banking on those expensive spells to carry them. And maybe that's the kind of meta that can be exploited at the World Championship, as we see there's like 8 decks besides this one, which has 1 Epiphany in the deck and 1 on the side. But there are 8 decks that run 4 Alrund's Epiphanies in the 16-player field. So half the field is on this type of action. And 3 of them are also on mono green, which this deck should be decent against because cards like Fading Hope and Spectral Adversary buy you that crucial turn for your flyers to finish the job. So I'm really excited to see how this deck plays out at Worlds. Just as a general content announcement, we're going to call it Worlds Week. I'm excited to have a World Championship, so we're going to be playing all the decks that were registered for the 16-player field. There's about, I think it's like 7 different decks, or you could call them different. Some are variations on the same archetype, but about 7 different decks. World's Week has a nice little ring to it. And just to also be clear, I'm not sponsored by Wizards of the Coast for this. Would be a good PR move on their part. They can't be trusted to make those though. And since we talked about money in the last video, something I didn't clarify in that video, I have never been paid for these daily videos you receive by Wizards of the Coast. Not once. Not a dime. I was once upon a time, the closest thing I came to from being paid money, dollars, by Wizards of the Coast was once upon a time, I was asked by them to do a video explaining to new players how Planeswalkers worked. I receive some dollars, they receive video. To my knowledge, that video was never again aired or used. It's like the hidden lost video. You can guess what was in it. Me telling new players how Planeswalkers work. You plus your Teferi until it has 8 loyalty. Then you -8 it. Then you exile all your opponent's permanents. Every new player should know this. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. We go first, but we don't have a play until turn 3. Still, I think you hang on to this hand. Well, let's see what happens. On the play, I think you keep, like, my first play is a 3-drop. On the draw, I think that's impossible. It's been a while since I had some time to admire the pretty snowflakes flying around on the Kaldheim board, so I guess thanks, Cybuster, for the extra couple of minutes. And your go. And we've got mono green. Let's go ahead and say go back to hand. Gain some tempo here. That's pretty good against mono green. And now the idea is that we get to attack with our flyers a lot. Oh, they have snowlands. They have snowlands. On the play, getting a Redain against an empty board with snowlands is probably really good. It's usually too slow to matter much on the draw. All right. Ooh, good draw. All right, let's get in that hand. I didn't want to Brutal Cathar here. I really wanted to Elite Spellbinder, and now I have. Let's take away their removal spell. Make it cost a lot more because our plan is to attack them down before they do anything cool. Let's keep their mana tied up with the Fading Hope. Okay, that's pretty good too. And now we just race, where we're 2 creatures ahead. Just a good solid race. Classic tempo deck. The opponent might fight here with the mana they make from the Hydra. Or from the Cobra. They might just fight this Spellbinder and 2-for-1 themselves. Oh, that's a reach creature. That's a reach creature. But Cathar is brutal. I show you why. Keep it coming. So, Concerted Defense. How much does it cost? It will cost 2 extra. So this Blizzard Brawl will probably resolve. Yeah, that's too bad. That is too bad. But they don't get to do anything else this turn. Unless they go for Inscription. And they attack with the Cobra, which gives up another 2 points to the Brutal Cathar. Not a good attack from the opponent, in my opinion. Oh, are they going to try to fight here with the Inscription? Yeah, they should. They still had Indestructible, but they didn't. So now they're playing around defense? Interesting. Maybe the plan was... Nope. I was going to say maybe now they fight Cobra to Cathar and then block Sentinel to Spellbinder and kill all my creatures. But we have a counterspell for that. I'm just going to leave these open. Turn this into a ward, pay 3 life. If they want to get rid of it. Here comes the troll. They could play the Mammoth and play another Troll. That'd be pretty nasty. They're down to 8. We need to protect this Spellbinder and ride it to victory. We can't let this become a game that's gummed up on the ground. Also, though, if they double spell and this lives, it flips again. So they have to think about that, if it's even on their mind. That's the kind of thing that might get somebody. Oh, they're gonna do it. Are they gonna pay the ward too? Yes, they are. Resolve. The blowout. The blowout. The land of shame. They could have had 2 mana in the mana pool. I would have just had to use Fateful Absence, but they don't know that. It's good for the tilt. All right, so this is going to transform. We're going to get their Troll with it, so we should Fateful Absence the Cobra, and then we attack for lethal. And they didn't let us see the cool thing. Oh, well. Okay, 2 adversaries, a Redain, a Disruption on the draw. Doesn't seem great, but nothing will. A tempo deck on the draw is a dog. A dog with fleas, you might say. If this hand were on the play, it would be great. Didn't grow the Monk, didn't play an Ass Pirate. I'm gonna pass and Jwari something. That's a sign that they have a good 3-drop. That they have probably several good 3-drops. And we're not falling for it. Nice. Some would say calculated. Let's get Redain out here. They probably have a lot of removal spells. In that vein, like Apparition, you know, definitely. So we want to get this train rolling. Do we play the Cathar and take a token? Because then if they play another Apparition, get rid of the Cathar, they get their Apparition back, but we have nothing else for them to target yet. They probably have their own Intrepid Adversary just based on the way their hand is going. So I like this making the token, because if they remove this with another Apparition or another Brutal Cathar, yes, they get back the Apparition, but it doesn't hit anything. Well, their choice will be easy. Good for them. Which adversary would you like? Gosh, so chatty. It's fine. Shuffler's fine. I don't want to trade the Brutal Cathar and give them back an Apparition now. Now it's much worse off. So if they have another Brutal Cathar or Apparition, you. Good, they don't. Not great. Far from good. But there's more where that came from, I suppose. 16 to 17. A 2/2 and a 3/1. 2 cards that don't cost 1 mana, probably. They hold back the Monk. Okay. I think we offer them... Yeah, I think that we offer them the Cathar. No, we don't. Now we have an adversary on the battlefield. What am I thinking? It's one of those where I would offer this if I hadn't played this, but if I don't play this, my attack's a lot worse, right? Yeah, mine are bigger. They're still trying to race me with flyers. It's funny that I'm supposed to be the flyer deck. All right, so if they kill this and then exile this, they have to give up this and this. It's still too good for them. So we've got to do this. That lifelink's going to help, though. Chump block. Okay. Asha. Alright, they're trying to chump their way through this. There's too much lifelink. It's not gonna work. They have to kill these. Coward's way out. Pathetic. Pathetic emoting their way into a self-defeat. Gonzo. Alright, on the play, baby. Let's go. Also, let's play some of these slower control decks I've played for the last several days. Where are they now that I'm running a tempo deck? Where are they at? So, I don't have any flashcards, and I'm on the play, so I think I'm just playing this tapped, but maybe I'm not? I don't know. Yeah. On the play, much less likely to curve out, much less likely to hold up mana. And we've got a 3/1 lifelink for 2. Poggies. Cobra. Okay. Cringe. Let's just remove the blocker. This is not a good hand against green. We'll probably get a bit ahead, but we'll get ground out pretty bad by their value. 3 to... Yeah. On the play. We could hold this and try to beat a Blizzard Brawl, but then we don't get an attack. Not getting an attack seems very bad for me. I'm not... But how we get through next turn is we play an adversary, right? Not enough mana. Woof. Hopefully they go land and they try to Blizzard Brawl so we can counter it. Oh, that works. I didn't see that coming. That was sweet. Okay. So we're just gonna abuse you on the ground. All right, don't go troll Blizzard Brawl, please. I guess even if they do that, we win, right? Yeah, we just bounce it, attack. Okay, go ahead and do it. I changed my mind. Convincing victory. And I didn't even think our hand was that good against green. Okay, then. Hello, Kiora. Outbesting sea gods, are we? So, boom, 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 boom. Can't complain about this hand. The Cave of the Frost Dragon. Will you get powered up today? 3 of them is a lot for this card, which shows how much the deck values the evasion over the raw power of the Hall of the Storm Giants. Okay, snow-covered forest. Hermit has... Well, I guess it can counter a lot of things. And we don't mind trading it a good amount of the time. Adversary has more mana sink potential. Yeah, we'll play the Hermit. Say hello to my little friend. I think we just grab it. Because I think we get to flip day-night next turn with the adversary. Fight card? Jeez. Get in there. That was brutal. That was brutal. But sometimes they just have the perfect things, right? So if they charge this, we can double block. I guess we'd have to take it. Maybe we trade here. They draw a card. Spellbinder's got to come down sometime. And if we don't get it on the field, we won't be able to start attacking. Unnatural growth, that is what we can counter with Hermit. So I guess we take the Mammoth. This is gonna suck. But we've got a race. Nighttime, the right time. So, spectrals? Yeah, we gotta start using spectrals. Alright, opponent fogs themselves. I don't have the blue now, though. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Needed another blue there. Hang in there. Hang in there, spirits. This is a lethal looking attack. They spend mana on Ranger class. Activate level 2. Phase it. No fight spells, please. This is so close. They don't have any. They're dead. They're dead. Ooh. That was a close one. Oh my goodness. We're up first. Hand has mana. Hand has spells. Okay. I don't know. This hand feels not great, but I'm still figuring out what's great in the deck. So, let's see. It also scales, the deck scales way better than expected. It has 8 adversaries, so it has a lot to do and it has plenty of mana. And Hermit's been, you know, Hermit's been doing his thing. He's a pretty good little dude. Red mana. Check. Well, there's no play with fire or a spike field hazard. This is a good curve filling draw. Do you think they have a Jwari disruption? It might make sense to save the Hermit to push through a Spellbinder next turn. Let's take our time. Tempo means you don't have to be a mile ahead, you can be a little ahead. I think we stick with the plan of attack with Hermit, play Spellbinder that we created last turn. I guess we still don't know. Well, we'll see if they have Jwari, or if I should have played this last turn right here. They had a negate. Okay. Well, on the bright side, we get to take this Battle of Frost and Fire and shove it up there, you know. This negate I don't think matters too much, although it defends the Goldspan Dragon. Our priority has to be to try to push it so that the Goldspan Dragon is hard to resolve. This divide by 0 is annoying, but they don't really want to divide the elite. So I think we take the battle. Okay, they'll probably divide that. They also need an untapped land to play the dragon. I think we see if they divide this. They let that go. Are they going to divide this Spellbinder and hope I don't have the land? Weird. Pretty weird for the opponent to basically let that result. I guess they just didn't want the +1/+1 counter to happen, right? I can still replay it here, though. I think the Spellbinder's a lot better, though. So now we tilt them into oblivion. We take the dragon and dismantle them from there. Dude, we made Is It Salt Scoop so hard. If that's not a good case for this deck, I don't know what is. Is it with the saltiest scoop I've seen in a minute? All right. What's this? This is fine. Why does the one Epiphany, like, it's in my hand infinity times, you know? We gotta draw land, so this Scry from the Fading Hope is helpful. Let's hope they play an Aspirant. Thank you. Best hellos. All right. Come on. Come on, deck. Where's the land? I think we flash this in and block the what will probably be a 3/2 Usher. And then hopefully draw the land for the Redain in our 26 land aggro deck on the draw. Come on, baby. It says 43% to draw a land. I don't think that counts Jwari. Our opponent has Ascended as a mage. So, what if I had bounced the Usher, right? And then this turn the Luminarch were attacking? A smart opponent might have it up to a 3/3 at that point. But I guess we could have made that decision based on... Yeah, I think I should have waited on that Fading Hope and possibly bounced the Usher if it had the +1/+1 counter on it, because we might have been able to ambush the Luminarch here. Good stuff. Good game, everybody. But we're gonna fight. That land still might be near the top. Interesting. They didn't play 2 spells first. What's their hand? And now they don't attack? Oh, they're dumb. Okay, we have a chance. Wow. They couldn't play that turn worse. All right. Let's try for this. Hey, I've had bad turns too, okay? I'm just relieved to have a chance. Never mind. Dumb doesn't matter against white. They're still better than you. That's why people like it. You can be as brain dead as you need to be and still win. I'm kidding. Gosh, everybody's so sensitive. Just so sensitive. All right. If we double block the Monk, the opponent gets back the Cathar, but there's nothing for it to take. So then they have a 3/3, a 2/2, and a 4/2. If we block here, keep the Cathar. We pass turn it to night, maybe? I mean, if we're passing the turn, we're just going to lose, right? But if we have a 3/3 first strike, the only thing they can attack with is this. All right. Like, this block makes draws off the top, like a Fading Hope, so much better. Okay. So it looks like we should just cast Redain, but casting Redain doesn't do very much. So I'm going to stick to the night side. We still have to draw something to deal with this Monk a little bit. But maybe we draw something cheap next turn, we double spell, we flip this, we take another card, and we have a... I was gonna say have a chance. This game couldn't go worse. It couldn't go worse. Our opponent even punts badly and slaps us into the ground. Let's hope they don't know how first strike works. Ah, darn, they do. Our out was them being even worse, but they're not. It's so sad. Okay, yeah. Let's play the shield. I wonder if there was a line where I like concerted defense my own shield to double spell and flip this and take something. Go ahead, show me you top decked another removal spell. Go ahead. Just do it. Such a load of garbage. Such a load of crap. All right, buddy. You're good. You're really good. Oh, magic will build you up and tear you down quick. Okay. On the draw, this hand is a lot worse than it looks, but I don't think we can mulligan it because there is power here. There's just no response if the opponent comes out with even close to a similar curve. But let's see what happens. Of course, it's mono white. Had to be. Only mono white. Only mono white is out there, you guys. Why play other decks when you can play mono white? On the bright side, no Luminarch Aspirants. So I think we play ours and get it ticking. I think that's our best hope. We could try to, play cards like Hermit and trade off, but that Faceless Haven implies they might not have another land, and they didn't have a good 2-drop, so who knows? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No removal for me. For CGB. Well, let's turn off Sky Mall. Opponent living best life here, but we just take 5. Okay. How do we do this? We can phase something. I think we need to play the Luminarch and the Hermit, though. I think we need to hold the phase for one more turn. We're at 10. It's getting close. But now this Redain can block the Adeline. Opponent says nice. I mean, it's nice if you don't kill it. It's nice if you don't have Skyclave Apparition or Brutal Cathar. You have Elite Spellbinder. That hurts our adversary. But it doesn't help the opponent get in. They can still attack with the Adeline, and I guess they should. But we're not trading for that. We can chump it. Like this. Think, think, think. If we take 4 here, like, can I give up the Aspirant? I could block here, take 2. This thing's power drops a lot, and then we have Redain at a 4/5 with them on 16 life and an adversary that can't blink anything. We can bring this back from the graveyard, 2/2 flyer. But they still have Adeline. Maybe I'm supposed to trade with the other creatures. No, I think this is good. I think what we're doing is good. So if we bring back the Hermit and make it a 3/3, does that help us anywhere? Not particularly. I think we just have to keep... I think we put a counter on the Aspirant so it can block another one of these 1/1s. What's blocking Adeline? if we put another counter here, they just need one more creature to push this through it. So maybe we're phasing Adeline this turn. No, we can't. We don't have enough mana because of the tax. This is a very tough game. Okay, we're going to make this and draw. Let's draw first. We might draw something better. Okay. That's really good. If we make it to the next turn. So do we keep beefing up the Redain? Who's blocking this? Who's blocking this? Is it the Aspirant or the Geist? It's the Geist. So we take 1, 2, 3. So let's put a counter here. All right, we need them to have a mediocre turn. Come on, mediocre turn. Don't remove anything. They draw land. So if they didn't have a Skyclave Apparition before, they don't have one now. They play Redain. Spellbinder thinks about getting jiggy, decides not to. Adeline does. So we can block like this. We can also try to kill Adeline, but remember, legendary, they might just have another. And I think this is the way, because then this becomes a 5/6. These can't kill it. Down to 7. Okay. They're going for the gravy. Do we let them attack? What if they attack with this, go for lethal? Let's figure this out. This actually is important. So if they attack with everything, they know that we have one adversary in one phase, so they shouldn't. What if we take out the Redain? If we take out the Redain and the Adeline and they attack with this, this, and this, it's 7. We block one with the Aspirant. We untap. We cast our adversary. We phase the remaining flying blockers. We win. We win. Okay. So it's you. And it's you. And now they have one flying blocker. We play our adversary. Even with the tax, we phase it. Or we brutal Cathar it. But face-up plays are fun. It's a deck that attacks and makes you feel smart while doing it. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. On the play. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Can you hear it? My voice is going again. I don't know what's going on with me lately. I haven't had problems being loud and obnoxious on the internet until recently in my life. Yeah, not making that trade. No way. This is honestly looking pretty bad. Guess we have to play that Warhound. And we want to get it out of Shambling Gas range. So we want to play it pre-combat and put a counter on it. Opponent's playing turn 2 Faceless Haven means they probably need Sciences pretty bad. We need to draw the Concerted Defenses and maybe a Jwari Disruption. A little bit of tempo would go a long way. Okay. If this dies, they could potentially have 5 mana next turn. I think that means we go ahead and go for the Adversary. It's 6 mana that we have to worry about. Alright, one of these can be big enough to attack through this, because they want to do the -1/-1. They can basically pick up 3 points of damage. Let's put it on the Warhound. Let's send the Puppo. Let's send Doggy. Be a good boy. Opponent's going for that treasure. If they have a Lulth, that's frustrating. But it's not the end of the world. We can power through, eventually. And the Fateful Absence can take out the Planeswalker itself. They're still at 22, though. What? Well, they got me there. I think we can concede. They're even holding. They're like sitting there reveling in themselves. Like, yeah, I got you. You can concede. Maybe not. Maybe I won't concede just yet. I don't know which to play this on. I do think Jwari could still be useful against them. They've shown that they have some mana issues. All right, so now that they have the treasures, it's probably kind of hopeless. Let's go after you. See if they keep the Eye Twitch around or not. And what I mean by hopeless is the Jwari Disruption. It's probably hopeless that we counter something with it. So probably better playing it as a land to use the cave. Okay, they're eating a treasure. Maybe not. Ooh, holding up Jwari seems so bad. But playing Luminarch here doesn't really do anything. Just exposes us to removal more, but I guess we get this out of the range of another Crippling Fear, but they're playing Snowland, so they also have Blood on the Snow. Like, they're running multiple sweepers. They're running probably so many sweepers. So how do we win this game? I guess we hope to Jwari like a Mascot Exhibition or a Blood on the Snow. Like, we have to Jwari something big. I think that if Jwari doesn't hit, we can't win. Introduction to Prophecy. Okay. I mean, if you spend your mana on that, I'm a happy guy. I have the treasure, so this doesn't help me, but that's fine. It's a 1-for-1 removal spell against a reusable card. Okay, Malevolent Hermit is very interesting. It's the other hidden counter spell in the deck. Well, we don't want it exiled. Let's see if we can get them to pay anyway. Good choice. I wouldn't pay either. Pretty weak Fading Hope, to be honest. But it can bounce back our Malevolent Hermit, which is a pretty cool trick. So we can bring out the Hermit and put a counter on it. We can play an Angel, not hold up Counter Magic, just hold up Fading Hope. I don't think I need this anymore to be a counter spell, so we'll probably play it this turn, and I think we'll play the Angel. And if I play the Angel pre-combat, then it doesn't get hit by Crippling Fear. Our opponent's clearly running all the different removal spells. I don't know if playing around any one of them is good. Most people who run a removal spell run 4 of it. Obviously, this opponent does not, because that would be too many removal spells in their deck with some creatures in it. Hey-ya. So rather than draw a card, they'd like to blow up my cave. Okay. Don't know which adversary I'm going to draw, so we'll even the mana. Oh, they're going to give up their treasure? Okay. That works too. Opponent asks themselves, which Blood in the Snow should I cast? I probably have 12 of those in my deck with every other sweeper that you've ever seen. Okay, bounce the Angel. Good lord. Don't know how we're supposed to beat that. I guess we need them to have a much more awkward draw than they've had. No way to double spell here, so what's the best single spell? It should be a flyer. So we'll do this. Maybe I was supposed to bring out the Hermit because of the Hive. If the opponent spends their turn powering up Hive, I guess I'm okay with that, though. Every single removal spell. Yeah, this is not what we were built to beat. Opponent does miss something here with the Haven, though. They get an extra point of damage, but they basically give me a card I can play. They're down to just 2 cards from all this 1-for-1. Now they find their Hive. Okay, they're going to use all their mana this way. So this comes back onto the battlefield tapped. Do I care about anything in my graveyard? Not really. So let them attack first, so they can't use the mana in response somehow. I can't remember if they already played a land or not, to be honest. Good scry, good scry. Eat life. Potentially lethal attack next turn. Can we beat another removal spell? Probably not. We're too far behind. So at this point, let's play the adversary and use it and count on blocking with lifelink. And if they have the removal and we lose, it's like we weren't going to win anyway. And it's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure their hand is all removal. Why not cast the blood on the snow? All right, let's leave. Let's leave. There was nothing to be done against removal tribal. But I will enjoy destroying this person every single time they run into, like, Izzet or any of my blue control decks. So keep playing it. Yoshi, fan of your island. High quality. We go first. The One of Epiphany is back. We still have never cast it. It's been in our opening hand, I don't know how many times, and we've never cast it. Yoshi's a diamond 1. It could be their mythic gatekeeper. Their mythic end boss. Let's hope so. Their pumpkins are turning into a dog. That's so freaking creepy. All right. It has reach. That's messed up. Totally unfair. I wonder if I'm going to flash this in and block it, or just start attacking. I think I'll just start attacking. Okay. Okay. Fight spells suck. If we play the Redain, we're walking right into one. See if they have a Chariot here. And probably Fateful Absence, the pack leader. Okay, planning to do something with the mana or to block the adversary. Beautiful. Got him. They need another creature to use a Sentinel for mana. That worked out. Now if we play the Redain, let's attack and see if they trade. I'm down with this trade. Let's do that before we give them more information about what's coming. Okay. So they only have 2 cards. We have 4. They get to draw another one here. The Redain's a pretty good tempo play, but if they just play a troll, they're going to out-tempo us. So let's go with the Elite. And we get their Wren. Wow. Wow. It's a big deal. Let's see if they draw a playable here or if they have a dead turn. Dead turn. Think we play the Redain, especially now that we've seen Wren. And they didn't play anything for 2 mana, so they could have a Chariot. Okay, another dead turn. Catnip, baby. Let's start growing Redain. Try to get it a hard creature, make it a hard creature to fight. Hold on to your butts. Sorry, Yoshi. Mythic will have to wait. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And let's check out the stats powered by Untapped.gg. Is this true? I don't even remember doing this well. 7-1? 7-1? Okay, there's a loss in there. Full transparency. There's a loss that's not here because I did the sideboard wrong and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. And a little research. Okay, so if you take a best of 3 deck that has sideboard relevant cards like Legion Angel and you don't have them in the top, like, whatever of the deck, you like if this Legion Angel that's right here were down here and Loyal Warhound was right here, you can't fetch the Legion Angel from your sideboard. So I played a game and that cost me the game. And then I came back to the deck and I couldn't figure out how to move it, right? Because it was down here. So I had to, I'm not kidding. I re-imported the deck. I deleted the other version, re-imported, and like made it a best of one and built the sideboard. It was so stupid, but I've since figured it out because it was bugging me, so I figured it would be helpful in the video. What you do is you go to the sideboard and you hit this arrow, and then you hit this arrow. Or you hit this arrow, and then you hit this arrow. Whoever... I'm sure they're a nice person with a family, so I don't mean this. But whoever designed this interface can kiss my ass, Pirate. Okay. Anyway, 7-1. 88% win rate. Our loss on the draw isn't surprising. A tempo deck should have a very tough time on the draw. Our loss was to mono white. Oh yeah, that game's definitely going in. I definitely display some salt in that one from the combination of mana screw and my opponent makes a really bad play. And when I get salty about that stuff, part of it's content, part of it is you just build the habit, right, of speaking your mind as you do these things. If I were in person at a tournament, I'd be trying not to say these things and give these things away, but I'd be thinking them. I bet a lot of you would be thinking them too. So it just comes out. Beating up Izzet was awesome. Like the Izzet game felt great, and I bet the Izzet matchup is decent. 4-0 against mono green. I think I said it in the intro. If the deck can actually thread the needle of beating mono green and slow control decks, it might be a perfect deck choice for the meta, the very small meta of the World Championship. And I mean, as a blue-white fan, even if they have to play creatures to get it done, I would love to see blue-white take the World Championship yet again, as it did the last time there was a World Championship, because blue-white, definitely the superior guild. They're just so majestic, but also just have that smug, punchable no ability, you know? It's good stuff. Anyway, I think you should try this deck. I think that the mythic count is going to put a lot of people off it. I think that for Spectral Adversary and for Intrepid Adversary is a major investment. On the bright side, these are good cards, but I do think that they are confined to this archetype. So craft it only if you absolutely love it. Without the adversaries, I'm not sure like what a good replacement is for that. It serves a very specific role in this deck and seems to get the job done and make a big difference. So I really don't have a suggestion to replace it. I think you've got to craft it, quite frankly, if you're going to play this deck. But for those that do, I hope it's rewarding to you. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool. And remember to like the video. God.